Okay, so if we want to do squatting in strength conditioning class, it's really, really important that we warm up our entire hip capsule. So there's a PVC pipe stretching series that I want you to do before you squat, before you do any lower body exercise. So if I go into half kneel, and we're going to do it on both sides, but I'm just going to show you the right side here. If I go in half kneel, preferably on a pad so it's comfortable to be in half kneel, first I'm going to put the PVC pipe really close to the front of my hip, use the PVC to keep me super upright, and I'm going to take my belly button towards the stick so that I'm opening up the front of my hip. I'm going to shift in and out of that 5 times, okay, really driving the front of my pelvis. Then I'm going to stick PVC pipe right underneath my right butt cheek. As you shift forward, I'm pulling this forward. That helps focus the stretch to the front of that hip capsule and to that hip flexor. So I'm shifting and pulling, shifting and pulling, shifting and pulling. Then we're gonna go still same thing, because that hip flexor is the tightest thing coming off that labral repair. Hands together tight. I'm gonna reach up over my head and shift forward for 5, and then I'm gonna tip to the left, and when I tip to the left, I'm using the PVC pipe to pull my right hand to the left to help open up lat, thoracic spine, and trunk. Okay, so straight overhead 5 times, tipping to the left 5 times, rotating to the left 5 times, and you should be able to just move through these and they should go pretty quick. Then we're gonna switch to hamstring. So I'm gonna show you with my left leg. If I plant the PVC pipe on the left side of my body, left knee is bent, left foot is up, I'm gonna reach forward and rotate across and use that PVC pipe for balance. If you're gonna stretch a hamstring, hamstring rotates as it attaches, so I need to be able to rotate. So foot up, knee bent, butt out, rotating across and down 5 times. Then same concept as my hip flexor, I'm gonna put that PVC pipe in the crease of my hip. I'm gonna push down as I rotate across and come back, rotate across and come back. So knee is bent, ankle is bent. Rotate across. Now we're gonna go after adductor. So leg out to the side. It cannot feel bunchy and tight through here. You need to feel stretch through the inside. I'm gonna drop down into the PVC pipe. Again, push back up, pelvis drives forward. So from the side, that looks like dropping into that hip, driving up through that hip, dropping into that hip, driving up. So I have 5 of those. Then, same concept as before, I'm gonna hold on, PVC pipe is being pushed down. I'm gonna tip to the side, tip to the side. It has to stretch in here. I don't want it to feel stuck up here. If it's stuck up here, we gotta stop and do something different. There's a way to modify that stretch, so I have 5 of those. And then if I'm gonna squat, part of the mobility that's important is hip flexor and for sure hamstrings. And then the other part is thoracic spine. So warming up thoracic spine, I'm gonna get into half kneel, thumb up grip on this side. I'm pushing up and to the left while I shift forward into my right hip. So I rotate around the corner 5 times that way. I rotate around the corner 5 times this way. And then I'm gonna go PVC on my knees, hands on the PVC pipe, drop into that squat position and hang into your arms. Come back up, drop into that squat position, and come back up 5 times to help mobilize my thoracic spine so that when I go to squat, if I'm in a back squat, we need to get into this position. My upper back, belly, hip flexor, and hips are warmed up so I can get into that good squat position. So that has to happen before every lower body series with weightlifting going forward for the rest of your athletic career. Part 2 of the warm-up. So first you're gonna do all the PVC hip mobilizing warm-ups before every lower body exercise you do. No squatting, no lower body stuff without warming up with the PVC. Then I want one of the big thick TheraBands. You're gonna wrap it around the cage or secure it so that I can put it in my hip crease. I'm gonna walk out far enough so that when I bend, it pulls me back into that right hip. After you have a labral tear, we lose that rotation and we cheat away and use the other side. So now I can do PVC, barbell, whatever, squat to warm up, and I'm gonna drop into that and press back out of it, and drop into that and press back out of that. It's important to drop into that hip. The other thing we want to watch from the front is after a labral tear, when you bend, that right leg tends to really bail out to the side. So I really want knee coming down to big toe so that we get into that right hip. So as I'm pulling this down, knee is into right big toe, come back out. Knee is into right big toe. If that feels fine, back is good, form looks good, then I can transition to front squat, back squat, some sort of resisted squat with really light weight starting out, and then we can progress from there.